Okay, so I'm out here looking at the old Gleaner when we did the diesel swap to, and I have a question. I can't quite come up with the answer. I'm fairly mechanically inclined, but I can't figure this one out. So, about the time I hauled that Gleaner combine last year for that guy to Indiana, I used this machine to take the heads and try to set on the trailer. Well, you guys know it run fine. You seen in the video me combining beans. It run fine. It run fine until I had it in an incline. We put blocks under the tires to get it the height of the trailer, and it was on an incline and the fuel was low, so I figured that it just ran out of fuel. I put fuel in it, and it would run at kind of a low idle, and then you'd idle it up, and it'd start shooting white smoke and carrying on and coughing and barking and everything else, and then it would die. And it hasn't run right since. I just had it running a little bit ago. It run fine for a little while, and then it started, even at an idle, it would start coughing and carrying on, blowing out white smoke. And I'm trying to figure out which route to take to try to solve what's wrong with it. Now, this engine has substantial blow-by. I mean, substantial. It'll leave a puddle of oil underneath. So that leads me to believe the rings are shot and it's time for a rebuild. But it's also using antifreeze. It's not leaking anywhere. It's got to be drinking it. The oil's kind of milky. Here, I can pull it out and show you. I mean, it's not new oil by no means. So, what I'm thinking, I could be totally wrong, but it's blowing white smoke. You can smell it's running rich. So we obviously have like a low compression or an overfueling issue. The injection pump leaks, so I mean it needs attention paid to it, but would a bad head gasket cause substantial blow-by? You know, maybe the engine's not wore out. Maybe just a bad head gasket. Is that a thing? Is that possible? I mean, that would cause low compression in a couple cylinders, causing it not to burn all the fuel. And I'm sure it has a bad spot in it between a cylinder and a water jacket, because the antifreeze has to be going somewhere. It overheated on me when I was combining beans, and I didn't see any leaks anywhere. The antifreeze, I just topped it off while it was running to see if I could see if it was making bubbles or whatever. But it looks like it kind of has like a little bit of an oily sheen or something. It looks like somebody put stop leak in it at one time. But what do you guys think? Does it need rebuilt? Or could it just be a head gasket? I mean, it probably could need a rebuild. I don't remember how many hours. It was 20-some hundred or 3,000 hours on that other combine. I'll have to look. It's $1,200 for a rebuild kit. That's with no machining. We had the injection pump done on the 4010. That's about $800. I'd have the injectors checked if I had them sent out. I can get a kit to redo the injection pump myself if I was feeling ballsy enough, for like $80. But I couldn't test the injectors or anything. I don't know. I'm between a rock and a hard place on this. I might need it to combine wheat this year, and I don't know what to do with it. Rebuild it? Have a known good engine then? Have as much in the engine as I do 3 combines? Do I fix a gas engine and put back in it? Do I try to get the other one running out back that's going to need a lot of work with a gas engine in it? I could rebuild a gas engine probably with all the machine shop work and everything less than I can buy a rebuild kit for this. Rebuild kit for the 292 Chevys is $300. Do I want to run a gas engine? Guy I talked to the other day that runs a Gas F says it's 5 gallons for every 150 bushel. Or maybe it was 50 bushel. I don't remember. It was one of the two. 150 sounds better. But I don't know. I can't decide. A lot of money to rebuild it. Try to find another engine that might have issues. I know where one might be. I'm going to call the guy Monday. He probably knows who he is. He watches my channel every once in a while. I don't know. What do you guys think? I need some second opinion on this. And I know Dad's going to watch this video, and I know what Dad's going to say. Just buy another combine, one that's in better shape. You should have bought that K2 at the auction the other day. Yeah, Dad, I know. I should have done a lot of things. But guess what? We're here in the junkyard of old dead gleaners. So, what do you guys think we should do? Do you think it's just a head gasket? Do you think I should redo the whole thing and have a good engine? I mean, we put a lot of work into this combine. I know the combine itself it'll last me a few years. It's just we're having engine trouble now, and I don't know what to do. Somebody point me in the right direction. Somebody's got to know. Maybe just simple as a head gasket. I really don't want to tear into it right now to find out. I don't have room in the barn for it. I got a couple other things to get out of the way first. We got to get that green Chevy out of there, and then maybe this can slide its way in there to get worked on, because I don't want to have to pull the engine again. I'd rather just do it. I mean, if I have to rebuild it, the engine has to come out. But if I can do the head gasket, you know, that, and my Dodge is having problems. The Dodge is the next thing to go into the shop. As soon as my stuff gets here, the Dodge is going to be a whole different truck. It's decided it wanted to go into limp mode again. So, it won't do that no more. You guys know what's going on. Anyways, tell me what we should do. Lead me in a direction. I'm looking for some help. I'm between a rock and a hard place. Don't know what to do. Part of me would want to rebuild it, because then it would be a good engine. I could buy combine after combine and just change the engine. Do I scrap all the gleaners and get a different one? Who knows? Who knows? But if I rebuilt the engine, I'd have the same amount in that engine as I would. Probably more. It'd definitely be more. I'd have more in the engine than I would all three of the combines I've bought. And I don't know what I could sell all the bits and pieces for. I think I'm too deep in the Gleaner F game to get out of the Gleaner Fs. I mean, I got heads, got parts machines. Just need a good engine. Tell me which way to go. We'll catch you on the next one.